What's up, fight fans? My name is Anik Subramanian, and I am the face of Energy TV. On May 3rd at UFC Des Moines, Tuco Tokkos takes on Junior Tafa. Today, I'm joined by the man himself, Tuco Tokkos. First of all, how you doing, my man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for having me, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. Long day, but happy to be here.
Let's go.
I see you're at the gym training right now. Are you about to get some work in, or did you just finish up?
I finished up, man. Just doing some cardio, and today was like my first day of camp. So just like starting with the cardio, see where the body's at, get the weight down, and then start progressively getting more intense.
Exactly, man. I think it's gonna be a fun fight. The good thing is you probably don't have to cut as much weight as your opponent because
Yeah.
Junior Tafa's dropping down.
Yeah, I know. I see that. I'm sure he fought at 205 back in the day, I think in Rising. But he's been looking a little podgy and he's been at heavyweight recently. So, yeah, that's one more thing he has to think about, I guess. But I'm not a small guy, bro. I think I'm taller than him, have more muscle probably, and I still have to cut a bunch of weight. So,
Weight cutting's the worst, right?
yeah, man.
So jumping into this training camp, right, day one, who do you plan on having as your main sparring partners? What's kind of your outlook for the whole camp?
Well, I think if you saw my last fight, I kind of was too considerate of like my opponent's skills and shit like that. So I was like focusing too much on them and not myself. Doesn't really matter who I'm going to train with if I'm executing my game plan, you know. Obviously, I want to get some good looks. He's got good boxing. He's had some pro striking fights. So it's like, I'll definitely train with some good strikers, but everyone's a good striker in my gym. So I'm just going to train with everyone, man. You know what I mean? And focus on my skill set.
Exactly, man. You got a room full of killers at Kill Cliff FC, so obviously there's no shortage of talent right there.
Exactly.
Exactly. Now, you're fighting in Aussie, right? Have you gotten any messages from Aussie fans in your comments? Have you gotten a chance to look through them yet?
Nah, not yet. But I mean, it hasn't really been officially announced. So I don't know if that will happen. I'm sure it will. But I like the guy, you know. I like my opponent and his little crew and his brother, and they seem like me. They're real guys, you know. So I like that. I don't think if they recognize me, they say real recognize real. So if they're real, then they'll recognize me.
Exactly, man. The Tafa seem like pretty chill, so I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
like
gonna be a
him.
fun fight, fun face off as well.
Nice. How
Now,
is he on his face-offs?
he's pretty chill. Both Tafa brothers, they're not like too
Yeah,
intense. They just kind of like shake hands. They seem really
yeah.
chill.
All right. But I know after that Walker fight, there was like some bullshit popped off, right?
Yeah, that was the only time like he's looked angry in there. Like he's usually like chill with all of his other opponents. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the Walker brothers versus the Tafa brothers is pretty funny, but
Yeah.
yeah, man. Jumping into this fight, what's your prediction? How do you like envision it going?
I mean, if I don't get caught, then I think I'll win. You know, I think I have more fight IQ. I can take the fight more places. That's it. I need to just impose my will, and yeah, that's it. He's gonna come out how he always comes out. He's gonna be sharp hands, and he's gonna be looking to strike and get a knockout. You know what you get with those guys. So yeah, don't get caught. Do my shit. That's the plan.
That's a good plan, man. Now, you're training at Killcliff FC. One of your best friends, Brendan Allen, right? He's coming off of two tough losses, obviously against some
Yeah.
of the best in the world, so no shame in that. What do you tell your teammate? You know, you guys have both lost two in a row, but you both like you work hard. It's one of the
Yeah.
toughest, it's the most toughest job in the world. So what do you tell him to like
You
pick your
know
brother
what?
up?
He just came back to Florida. He just left my house 5 minutes ago, and I was just making fun of us. Um, I was like, we're 0-4 combined in our last four in the UFC. It's fucked up. But he said, yeah, but we've had much more wins than losses, you know. So it's I'm realistic with him, you know. I feel like he gave both fights away. I think he's better than both guys. And when you really look at it, it's just one round in each fight that separated him from the win and the loss. And even if you're going off damage and all that, you could have said he almost won that last fight, you know. Well, he got held for the last 2 minutes. Like he had the guy almost finished. So it's not like he got outclassed. That's something Brendan can take away. He never got outclassed. And I feel like that as well. Like, this is going to sound retarded. I get roasted for this. But even in my career, like, I've had 5 losses. I never felt like I got beaten fair and square. You know what I mean? Like, my last fight I lost, I told myself, damn, I tried to be smart, game plan backfired. If I would have just wrestled from the round one, I would have won the fight. I would have won the fight. And then my debut, like I took the fight 3 days notice, cut a bunch of weight. I was brought in to lose. Like I just wasn't in the place to win. And then even my losses before that, I got knocked out by Zhang Min Yang in Singapore. He was juiced to the fucking gills. I have that from good authority. Like he was juiced up. He couldn't beat me fair and square. I was throwing and catching him. If he wasn't on juice, I would have knocked him out. Or if I just wrestled, I would have beat him. All my losses, I think of them like that. You know what I mean? And Brendan's the same. Like the fights that he lost. But I guess everyone thinks like that when they lose, right? Everyone tells themselves that. But you have to, man, as a fighter, just to keep your confidence high, you know?
Exactly, man. A lot of it is a very mental game, and especially even with your teammates, you gotta pick each other up. So you gotta do
Exactly.
what you gotta do, right?
But I honestly feel like that. I honestly feel like Brendan is better than him, than Fluffy, and even Imamov. Like Imamov came to the gym and they sparred after they fought, and Brendan wasn't shooting and doing all this shit. Like he was just fighting him and was landing and looked fucking good. Everyone was like, "Oh shit!" So it's like there's so many factors that go into it, man. But yeah, just gotta keep going.
No, 100%, man. I think me and the rest of the world believe Brendan Allen needs to believe more in his striking. Now it's tougher, like when
Yeah,
you're actually fighting in the cage, but he's young. He's got a lot of talent. I still think he's got a super bright future.
yeah, same. He's still the youngest guy in the top 15, so he needs to. But he don't really get his flowers, man. People don't like him for some reason.
Exactly. He's one of the people that he doesn't do it for the clicks. He's pretty genuine, and I think as time goes on, people they usually don't appreciate somebody till
Yeah,
your career goes on. Even with like some of the champs, like everybody's loving Volk now, but let's not forget until he beat Holloway for the third time, everybody was booing him. Like,
yeah. But I think about guys like Oliveira, about guys like Poirier. Like they had losses, and you know what I mean. They were getting knocked. Like Poirier was getting knocked out cold. Oliveira was getting broken. Like if you look back before his title run, no one
mhm.
ever thought that guy would be a champion. They just thought, oh, he's a jiu-jitsu guy. He gets some good subs now and then. Like he used to break. Do you remember? He used to quit and get broken, and then he just became. He morphed and just went Super Saiyan and fucking became. He's my favorite fighter probably, but yeah. So it's like he's still really young. I think Oliveira became champ at 33 or something. Or it's like Brendan has plenty of time.
Exactly, man. I 100% agree. Now, shifting the topic a little bit, right? You've been posting some pretty nice pictures of traveling, right? I
Yeah.
wanted to ask you the segment called Anything But MMA. Just like something different, right? Tell me about your best travel story. What's the prettiest places you visited?
Damn, bro, I've been all over this world, man. I'm from London, England, but I've traveled, I've lived all over the world. You know what? The recent trips that I've done, because I'm at the age now where I can afford to and I can schedule it and I can go to places I really want to go. I was just, after Brendan's fight in Seattle, I went to Alaska because it was close by, you know. I'm never that side of the world. And I went to see the Northern Lights. And dude, that was quite spiritual, and that was definitely up there as a beautiful place. And then in January, I went to Petra in Jordan, which is one of the ancient wonders of the world. Just being there and seeing that with my own eyes was incredible as well, man. I'd probably say the 2 trips that I've done this year, and I've been all over the world. So, but I've still got a few trips planned, man. A few more places that I need to go.
So, which places are that on the bucket list?
I really want to go to India, bro. I want to see the Taj Mahal. I know. I want to go to the north of India. I want to see like where they make color for fabrics and stuff. Like there's beautiful places in India. India is huge. I really want to go visit India and spend time there. And I want to eat Indian street food like that you see on those reels. Because, bro, I
Dude,
got that gut. I can eat that.
dude, 100%, man. I haven't been to India since I was a kid, and I've only went to see family. Like, I want to actually go to like tour as like a tourist and
Yeah,
see around because there's a lot of really like unique things, especially all over Asia, and I want to do it. I want to go there one day. It's like as a tourist, not to see family. Love the
yeah.
family, but you know what I mean.
So I definitely want to go to India, and I want to go to Congo as well, the Congo River, and I want to see gorillas in the national parks there. That's two places I want to go.
Now, speaking of travel, do you follow some of those travel vlogs on YouTube? Like, there's a guy, Drew Binsky. He's got like millions of subscribers. He's seen every single country in the world. Do you follow like some of those
Yeah,
people?
I do, bro. When it's late at night and I sit there recovering and chilling, I watch YouTube and I watch this guys traveling to the most random places like China, North Korea, and all these places. I love seeing that shit, man.
All right. So, most exotic place you would like to visit, and most exotic place you visited already.
Most exotic place, my goodness. I mean, I don't want to sound boring, but like the Bahamas, because it's close to Florida, the beach itself is like white sand, clear water. That's like shit that you see in movies. But I've been all over, man. I've been all over Asia. I've been to North Africa, South Africa, all over Europe, South America. I've been a bunch of places. America's a beautiful place. There's so much like variety and diversity in the terrain. You got mountains, beaches, woods, all this kind of shit, desert. Um, Most exotic place. What was the other question?
Most exotic place you want to go to one day.
To go to. I was looking today at places like that, like somewhere on the coast of East Africa, like Seychelles or somewhere like that, or Zanzibar. I'd like to go somewhere like that because I haven't really been to that ocean, like Indian Ocean.
No, that's beautiful, man. There's so many like hidden wonders around the world, and it's pretty cool. And it's awesome that you recognize like, there's a lot of nice places in America too. Like even
Mm.
Iowa, like some of the nature in that region is so like
But that's where
different.
I'm fighting.
Exactly.
Yeah. Where are you at?
Me, I'm from Jersey.
Oh, nice. You don't want to go to Philadelphia.
Hey, I mean, I've been there, but I haven't been there for a Super Bowl parade. I don't think I want to.
What's your team then?
All right, I'm a Seattle Seahawks fan because my middle school best friend, we hopped on the bandwagon. But I'm
Damn.
New York sports otherwise. I'm a
All
diehard
right.
Yankee fan.
All right. So you would have been a Giants fan.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Good.
What about you then?
I'm an Eagles fan, bro.
Did you go there and party or not?
But nah, when I'm in Philly, but when I moved here, I had some family in Philadelphia, so that was my team in 2017. They just won the Super Bowl, so they were good. But then we were trash for a bit, Carson Wentz era. But now we're back, baby.
Dude, exactly. You guys know how to throw a party. You guys know how to celebrate and destroy
Yeah,
a city. But I'm a big Jalen Hurts fan as a human being, so
yeah.
I'm happy for you
I
guys.
really doubted him. I thought that he wasn't the guy, but I'm impressed this year, man.
Exactly, man. And that team's really good. They could win a
Yeah,
couple more with this. Their defense is amazing.
yeah. I heard they're gonna, you know what it is, and it's like the back office and the ethos they have. But like Darius Slay, the cornerback, the safety, right? He was like, they were thinking about having to let him go to free up some cap space, but they're saying they think he'll re-sign for less and with bonuses or whatever, just so he can keep the team together. Like that's the difference between teams that win championships and individual teams. Like if we do that, we've been able to keep the group together, the core group. So that's important.
No, 100%, man. That's how you build dynasties. I think even there's some teams like you can only be good for so long. Even the Seahawks, when they won that Super Bowl, they had a really good team, but eventually, like the young guys, they started wanting more money, and part
Yeah.
of why they didn't win. They also, a lot of other good teams. But yeah, no, interesting. But yeah, now I'm gonna jump into a couple rapid fire questions to end this
Okay.
off. Your division. If you could have one light heavyweight to back you up in a street fight, who would it be?
Probably like Rakic, because he's like well-rounded. Obviously, Pereira's the champ. Ankalaev wouldn't understand shit I was saying. I'd be like, yo, go to the left. He'd be like, what? Um, Pereira could get taken down, like if a guy goes behind him and gets him in a body lock. But Rakic is like all round, you know? Or probably Jury, because he's just like, but in just a street fight, like an actual brawl, I have to have my boy Jamal Hill. If it's just hands and we're in the parking lot, because he's just got that hood style, like, bop, 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 like me.
Dude, yeah, Jamal Hill, I still think he's got a big fight, a violent fight with Khalil
Yeah,
Roundtree coming up. So
yeah.
I'm excited for that one.
They've had a lot of back and forth, so we'll see how that goes, man.
Yeah, exactly, man. Now, one more light heavyweight question, right? If you could pick one to fight, pick one to train with, and one to be friends with among these three: Alex Pereira, Yuri Prohaska, and Jamal Hill.
I'm already friends with Jamal, so I'd have to say be friends with Jamal. Probably fight. I'm gonna say Pereira, just because I think he's the easiest to take down. And then what was the other one?
Be trained with.
Train with Yuri, then I guess.
Dude, that would be the most wild sparring in the world. I want to
I
see him
know,
spar.
I know. With his hair, he needs to cut that hair. Did he cut the hair?
He did because
Yeah.
the day before the fight with Jamal, like he cut it
Oh,
for
a
the girl
kid,
with
right?
cancer.
Ah, respect, man.
Yeah, no, Yuri, such a nice guy. I met him before his Pereira, his first fight. One of the nicest guys I've ever met. And he doesn't talk the day of the fight, but like he nodded his head, shook my hand. Nice guy.
Ah, respect.
Yeah.
Love that.
Now, yeah. No, now let me end this off. I really do appreciate you hopping on, my man. You got one last message for the fans?
Just tune in May 3rd, man. Watch my fight. Gonna try to get this dub and keep this shit going.